Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of the class of 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, Please remain standing for the entrance of the University of South Carolina Upstate faculty. Please remain standing for the platform party led by Faculty Chair Dr. Lisa Johnson, followed by Chancellor Benny Harris, University of South Carolina Upstate officials, and members of the Spartanburg County Commission for Higher Education. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the presentation of colors by cadets of the Army ROTC Southern Guards Battalion, followed by the singing of the national anthem led by USC Upstate student Miss Caitlin Purvis, accompanied by the Spartanburg Philharmonic String Quintet. Following the national anthem, the Reverend Stacy Mills will provide the invocation.
stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Cadets, Assalamu alaikum, Shalom. As we bow in the wonder of this moment, all are welcomed to reflect in the manner with which you identify spiritually. Together, we acknowledge that which makes us different while embracing that which unites us. Heavenly Father, we pause in reflection of all that you have done, and we say thank you. Thank you for the joy of this occasion. You have given to us the beauty of this day and the promise of those to come, for which we are thankful. We reverently seek your presence as we witness the culmination of years spent in pursuit of knowledge and sustained quality of life by our students and faculty, staff, and administration. Enlarge our territory that we may influence the systems that guide our progress. We humbly remember those who began with us but are no longer here. Give to all those with whom you have entrusted leadership today a desire to seek your will and the strength to do it. So we ask your blessings on the class of 2021, their families, and Chancellor and Mrs. Harris. Give to all of our leaders the vision of what you desire USC Upstate to be and the community it will influence. So too, we ask thee to guide our hearts and minds toward a more progressive ideology and a learning environment wherein all people are welcome and ideas are nurtured in civility. In the name of all that is righteous, pure, and holy, amen. It is now my honor to introduce and present Chancellor Benny Harris.
Thank you, Reverend Mills and Mrs. Purvis. What a beautiful rendition. Thank you very much. Please be seated. I think there are some families that are coming in, so we will give them a minute to Congratulations, graduates. The day that you have dreamed of and dreamed about for years is finally here. Commencement Day. for the class of 2021. Give yourselves a round of applause. It is a special joy to be able to host this time-honored tradition in person again. I am delighted to welcome each of you to this ceremony and to celebrate your commencement at the University of South Carolina, Upstate. Before we begin, I want to recognize a few people that means so very much to all of us and to all of you. So, if you are a parent of a graduate, I'm going to ask you to stand. If you are a grandparent of a graduate here today, I'm going to ask for you to stand. If you are a sibling, a brother or sister of one of the graduates, will you please stand? Okay, if you are a spouse, a husband or a wife or a partner to one of the graduates, I'm going to ask for you to stand too. If your mommy or daddy is graduating, I'm asking for you to stand. If you are an auntie or an uncle or a cousin, will you please stand? And if you just tagged along to give a gift to one of these wonderful graduates, will you please stand? So graduates, turn around and thank them. This is your village. You may be seated. As we continue, I would like to ask two groups of students to stand and also ask you to hold your applauses until they have been all recognized. First, the cadets of the Army ROTC Southern Guards Battalion, now current members and veterans of the United States Armed Forces, and anyone who is enrolled as a dependent of a veteran, will you please stand? Please give them a round of applause. Please remain standing just for a few minutes. It is especially meaningful to me that each commencement we pause to honor and recognize those who have dedicated or devoted their lives to protecting our lives. USC Upstate is designated as a military-friendly campus and ranked #1 by the U.S. News and World Reports among best colleges for veterans in the Regional Colleges South category. It is one way to demonstrate that care and concern. For those of you who are graduating today, your achievement is a special one. Thank you for your service and the support you provide those in service. Again, please join me in showing our appreciation to our veterans and the dependents of our veterans. You may be seated. Graduates, today is your day. There are many moments in life when an entire community stops to celebrate your achievement. But that's what we're doing here today. All of the pomp and circumstances, the funny caps, the robes, the moments you receive your diploma, all of this will say to the world, you have achieved your goal. It is to celebrate the uniqueness you have added to this community and the difference you have made at USC Upstate. Just as we expect and imagine the difference you have made, make us leave this campus to take your place in the world. So enjoy today. Take it all in. This is a major milestone on the journey you began in kindergarten, or even before. You have worked hard to earn your degree. You have surrounded by faculty and staff who have invested in the past several years in your success. Faculty who will remain interested in you and available to you for many years after we conclude today. You're surrounded by a host of friends who have joined you on this journey towards your own degrees, relationships that I hope will enjoy for a lifetime. For those of you who have family here, I can say from experience as a father of 3 college graduates that now and right now their hearts are bursting with pride at your accomplishment. And yet, I have strategically referred to this day as a milestone, not an end to a journey. Through all the classes, all the papers, all the deadlines, the larger thing, the broader thing, I hope we have inspired in you is a love of learning. I know that many of you may never pursue another degree, but you must continue to learn and to grow. The world you're entering today will no longer be the world for which you have prepared. New technology will continue to emerge at an increasing pace. Careers that have not yet been invented would dominate the landscape a few years from now. None of us knew how dramatically our lives would change during your time at USC Upstate. Changes that result from an increasingly fractured society and the pandemic. Yet for every challenge that emerged, every barrier that seemed insurmountable, you adapted and persevered. Now you've achieved this milestone, of which you should be deeply proud. I'm certainly proud of you. The late Chadwick Boseman said in another commencement speech, "Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on this planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. Indeed, because of those unexpected circumstances you take from your years at USC Upstate, a greater measure of critical thinking skills, resilience, adaptability, flexibility, fortitude, and an appreciation of life, an opportunity that will serve you well. Each of you has a story about the journey that has brought you to this moment. I wish we can share them all, but let me share just a few that your remarkable accomplishments as the class of 2021 at USC Upstate. Amanda Pugh is a dedicated student, a mother, a veteran. She served 7 years on active duty as an Army medic and was deployed in Iraq for 14 months providing medical support. Stateside, she has been an emergency department, an ambulance crew member, an EMT, an LPN, and worked in a community health clinic. Amanda enrolled in the Bachelor of Science in Nursing program because she wanted to continue her education to better serve her patients. She has worked hard in the classroom and in clinicals, values honesty and respect, and serves others with humility. We are proud of the holistic view of health she shares with patients and her unwavering commitment to providing compassionate care. Congratulations, Amanda. Let me tell you about Yadira Flores. She's passionate for learning, for highlighting the struggles of those suffering with health disparities. In a class assignment, she chose to highlight diversity issues in her analysis of the Institute of Medicine's Future of Nursing report. She wrote, "To maintain equality within the care of patients, the hospitals must concentrate on hiring a more diverse population of nurses." Her class projects focus on teaching 5 families of children with asthma how to manage the condition and to keep from getting worse, a topic close to her heart because she also has a child with asthma. Yadira is a member of the Diversity, Equity, and Civility Council for the Mary Black School of Nursing, and her contributions include preparing for the faculty a survey on how these issues are taught, and helping the school plan a joint workshop with El Centro on healthcare disparities and the Hispanic Latinx community. She graduates today with an MSN, but is already thinking about a DPN and the many other career options open to a nurse with a master's degree. Congratulations, Yadaria. And these two stories from the School of Education, Human Performance, and Health. Sarah Lambert is graduating today with a degree in exercise science, and next month will start the doctoral program in occupational therapy at Presbyterian College. She began her studies as a paralegal at a technical college, but excelled in exercise science classes once she arrived at USC Upstate. The knowledge she gained not only inspired her but applied to graduate school, but also helped her in her internship as a physical therapy clinic. In fact, the clinic even offered her a part-time job, which she still holds today. Because of the support she received from her professors, Sarah is looking forward to a career in occupational therapy that is informed by the skills and critical thinking she developed in her classes. Congratulations, Sarah. Margaret Weber is a fourth grade teacher at Lyman Elementary School in Spartanburg, District 5. Her commitment to lifelong learning, her desire to continue developing as an educator led her to enroll in the master's program at USC Upstate. A thoughtful and reflective teacher, she uses a range of effective teaching methods that considers cultural and linguistic differences among her students. And she provides individualized instructions that motivate all of her students. She is a model of teaching excellence and a consummate professional. Congratulations, Margaret. These are our students, smart, thoughtful, kind, determined to make a difference, determined to improve quality of life and opportunity for many in the Upstate region. And wherever you may go, determined to use your education to inspire a thriving and a just society. This is who you are as the class of 2021. I couldn't be more proud. As I conclude, let me remind you of a story I told you during my introduction as Chancellor. The lesson I shared for my mother. She said to live life with an empty cup. And if your cup becomes full, others won't be able to add new ideas to it. Never decide that you have arrived. Never decide that you know it all. Always allow others to pour new ideas into your cup. One way to do this is to remain active with your university, connect with the Alumni Association, host internships, mentor future students, attend athletic events. Your continued engagement will serve you as you serve others and elevate the reputation of USC Upstate. The future of this institution will be written through your successes and accomplishments. As you go forth to build on this foundation, congratulations. Now, it is my honor to introduce members of the Distinguished Platform Party. Joining me are members of the Spartanburg County Commissioner for Higher Education and distinguished leaders from USC Upstate. Please hold your pauses until I have introduced them all and recognize them by name. As I call your name, I ask you to stand and remain standing. From the University of South Carolina System, Mr. J. Durham Cole, Jr., Vice President for System Affairs. From the Spartanburg County Commissioner for Higher Education, Dr. David Church, Ms. Ann Flynn, Mr. Hank Jolly, Mr. Johnny Lee, and Mr. Scott Heath. From USC Upstate Distinguished Leadership Team and guests, Dr. Pamela Steinke, Interim Provost and Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Ms. Kim Jolly, Interim Vice Chancellor for University Advancement and Executive Director of University Foundation, Dr. Britt Katz, Interim Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, Mr. Adam Long, Chief Information Officer, Mr. Chris Taylor, Vice Chancellor for External Affairs and Chief of Staff, Ms. Cheryl Turner-Watts, Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration, Dr. Shalitha Lee, Dean of the Mary Black School of Nursing, Dr. Laura Reynolds, Dean of the School of Education, Human Performance and Health, Dr. Lisa Johnson, Chair of the Faculty Senate, the Reverend Stacy Mills, Executive Director of USC Upstate Greenville Campus, Mr. Clay Peterson, Director of Public Safety and Chief of Police, Ms. Benita Hopkins, Associate Vice Chancellor for Development and Alumni Relations, Mr. Arunde Stewart, SGA President, Mr. Lee Nibbert, Announcer, and Ms. Caitlin Purvis, our soloist. Thank you all for being here this morning. Let's show our appreciation to these influential leaders. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Now, I want to introduce you to someone who is a tremendous source of love, care, counsel, and support for me, just as she is now a source of energy and support for this great university. Please join me in recognizing the First Lady of the University of South Carolina Upstate, Mrs. Frankie Andrea Harris. Will you please stand? Graduates, I love each and every one of you. And I know that my job as Chancellor is to continue to work to increase the value of your degree. So I say to you, congratulations again. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce Mr. Arunde Stewart, our Student Government Association President, to bring greetings to our graduates on behalf of the student body.
Thank you, Chancellor Harris, and good morning. Parents, friends, faculty, staff, and of course, the graduating class of 2021. Today, we're here to celebrate you as a Spartan. But first, we must know what an upstate Spartan is. In describing the citizens of Sparta, Greek philosopher Xenophon said, "Battles are decided more by the morale of the troops than by their bodily strength." He reiterated the importance of their character by saying, "If you consider what are called the virtues in mankind, you will find their growth is assisted by education and cultivation." To sum that up, Spartans are mighty and smart. When I was crafting this essay just a little bit before the 11:59 deadline, with the shot of Starbucks espresso beside me, I thought to myself, who could I call from this graduating class? I immediately called a former resident advisor, Deanna Ziegler, who graduates today with a bachelor's in nursing. I asked Deanna, what does it mean to be an upstate Spartan? And she said, an upstate Spartan is a USC Upstate student who navigates fearlessly through trials and tribulations to achieve a goal. Verdasia Clarkley, who graduates today with a degree in exercise and sports science, said, an upstate student is a Spartan who is a leader, shows dedication, and fellowship. Nehemiah Chandler, graduating today with a degree in mass communications, stated, an upstate Spartan is a student who is open to challenges to better understand life lessons that are beneficial to one's well-being. After reading these statements several times, averaging about 10 times, I began to reflect on several trials and tribulations, one being the COVID-19 pandemic as a college student. As college students, our world was turned upside down in a matter of days. On March 12, 2020, we received an email stating that all classes would shift online following spring break. We as students quickly became what I call virtual engineers. As Upstate Spartans, you geared up and you navigated through the unknown for more than a year, spending countless hours on your computer to complete those assignments that were due at 11:59 p.m. Through the many challenges, you proved that you were determined, you were fearless, and you were resilient. With that, we are here today to celebrate you on a job well done. So remember, as you close this chapter of life to open a new one, life will always present trials and tribulations, but as an Upstate Spartan, you have what it takes to navigate fearlessly through those challenges. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward." So with that I say, always be fearless in the face of a challenge and fight like an Upstate Spartan. Thank you for trusting me to be a voice for you as the Student Government Association President. And lastly, I must say, congratulations, Spartans.
Good morning. I'm going to go off script for a minute and welcome Dr. Benny Harris to his first graduation, and certainly the First Lady, Frankie. So we're so proud for you guys to be here today. On behalf of Spartanburg County Commission for Higher Education, it's my pleasure to welcome you here today. Commencement is such a special event and occasion in the lives of our graduates, and maybe more so for the family as well. We are so pleased to be here this morning to celebrate this accomplishment. USC Upstate has long fulfilled the regional and state workforce needs and is a major economic and social development for our state. Graduates, be proud of your USC Upstate degree because it will serve you well. The Spartanburg County Commission for Higher Education is also equally proud of our faculty and staff for their dedication in ensuring today's graduates achieve their academic and their college enrichment experience. Congratulations, graduates. We wish you all the best of luck and hope that the future holds an abundance of opportunity for you. Thank you.
I want to thank Dr. David Church, who's the chair of our commission, and he has been an enormous source of leadership for me personally since I've been here. So again, thank you so very much. Done a phenomenal job in leading our Spartanburg Higher Education Commission. Aronde, thank you so very much again for your leadership. Those of you who know President Stewart, he's been an exceptional leader, very focused, comes to my office every time we meet with a very thoughtful agenda, and I'm continuing to learn from him each time he and I visit. Now, we move to the awarding of graduate degrees. It is my pleasure to introduce our interim provost and senior vice chancellor for academic affairs, Dr. Pam Steinke.
Good morning. The hooding ceremony is special for all who have achieved their master's degree. Candidates will receive their hood from a faculty member or advisor. Graduates, our marshals will direct you to come forward for individual recognition and congratulations. To help us honor each graduate, we ask that members of the audience remain in their seats and that you, our guests this morning, please withhold your applause during the announcement of graduates' names. Dean Shirlitha Lee will now come forward to present the candidates from the Mary Black School of Nursing.
Thank you, Dr. Steinke. As Dean of the Mary Black School of Nursing, it is my pleasure to call forward the candidates for the Masters of Science in Nursing. Dr. Darlene Mendler will award the hoods. However, I have been informed that we have no master's students in attendance this morning, but I am grateful that we were able to celebrate them last night, and I ask that everyone give them a round of applause in their absence. Thank you.
Dean Laura Reynolds will come forward now to present the candidates from the School of Education, Human Performance, and Health.
Thank you, Dr. Steinke. As Dean of the School of Education, Human Performance, and Health, it is my pleasure to present our candidates for the Masters in Education. Dr. Sharday Jackson-Smith and Dr. Stefan Bismarck will award the hoods.
Charles D. Clevenger. Amber Allen. Caitlin M. Hellman. Stephanie R. Porter.
Brian A. Lyda. Rebecca L. Burrow. Ann J. Brewington.
Sarah C. Grooms.
Laura C. James. Bridget E. Strange. Allison M. Brown.
Lynn T. Beatty.
Danielle W. Driscoll.
Brittany M. Wilbanks. Faye L. Hawkins. Robert T. Corley.
Hannah Marco.
Kayla A. Kirby. Camille B. Watts.
Travis W. Balknight. Emily Hannah Mooney.
Laura D. Hall. Amy R. Cross. Margaret Weber. Jennifer L. Morrissey.
Belva Howard.
Molly A. Wheeler. Diana B. Bembenek. Teresa Knapp. Jessica E. Parton.
Sarah E. Hallran. Jacinta Uyugi. Sarah E. Edwards.
Allison J. Moore.
Jessica C. Easler. Kayla M. Steinert.
Summer H. Parsons. Katie L. Hardy.
Emmy A. Matthews. Christina N. Saris. David A. Wilson. Emily W. Wilson. Christy H. Winslow.
Constantine Amba Seam. Emily Waddell. Sean Pickett.
We now move to the awarding of undergraduate degrees rather. As before, we ask that all members of the audience remain in their seats throughout the program and that you, our guests, please withhold your applause during the announcement of graduate's name. Everyone wants to hear their son, daughter, sister, or brother's name called. The respect we show our last graduate today is as important as the respect we show the first. I thank you in advance for honoring our graduates in this ceremony. Graduates, the marshals will direct you to come forward for individual recognition and congratulations. It is my pleasure to welcome Provost Steinke to the conferral of degrees.
Will Dean Shirlitha Lee join Chancellor Harris to greet the candidates from the Mary Black School of Nursing?
Dana M. Allison. Cassidy N. White. Sarah J. Moore.
Heidi Sable. Nadia Rugabeer.
Chelsea B. Lay. Amanda J. Pugh, cum laude. Ashley T. Permenter.
Alexandria P. Sane. Leslie D. Johnson.
Kristen N. Childs.
Mackenzie L. McElveen. Madeline B. Jackson.
Dalston T. Killian. Sophia N. Crezo. Sydney A. Gear, magna cum laude. Mila Navarro.
Arbriana D. Simmons.
Annalise C. Daniels. Julia C. Nichols, cum laude. Erica Kenking. Haley K. Armstrong.
Sarah G. Boone. Abigail M. Denyer, cum laude.
Haley Catherine Whiten, magna cum laude.
Aubrey L. Sanders, cum laude.
Kelsey P. Kent, cum laude. Anna M. Galat. Aaliyah N. Hatcher, cum laude.
Laura S. Zuniga, cum laude. Cynthia V. Flores Palma, summa cum laude.
Rosa Maria H. Kistian, cum laude. Kirsten L. Goins, cum laude. Kelly M. Beach. Teresa S. Olipet. Lisa A. Daniels. Janae L. Reap Cabness.
Morgan E. Earp.
Kayla A. Owens.
Madison R. Arrow, magna cum laude. Angel R. Gambrell.
Shakira Leek.
Lauren A. Teodori, cum laude.
Courtney H. Mills.
Carly S. Satterfield, magna cum laude. Mary C. McAllister.
Joseph B. Cockrell, magna cum laude.
Mary H. Smith.
Olivia S. Beard, cum laude. Hunter C. Mills. Austin T. Mills. James M. Harvey. Bryce H. Poston, magna cum laude.
Trevor S. Bright.
Skylar D. Cole. Hope E. Painter, summa cum laude. Nishta Ramasamy.
Tiffany L. Borkowski, cum laude. Maria K. Eubanks.
Aaron E. Beeler. Tabitha L. Morrow, cum laude. Chelsea F. Williams, magna cum laude. Abdurrahim M. Anahaz. Joshua J. Kirby, magna cum laude.
Charmaina E. Smalls. Jamoya M. Hunter. Deanna N. Ziegler. Cyril P. Smalls.
Chantel L. Glover.
Malaysia M. Farmer.
Mia T. Key. Manea T. Key. Kenetra D. Anthony.
Eris C. Taylor.
Taylor G. Logan.
Kayla B. Sexton, cum laude. Erica S. McClurry.
Gladys N. Ahala.
Araya D. Martin.
Will Dean Laura Reynolds join Chancellor Harris to greet the candidates from the School of Education, Human Performance, and Health?
Elizabeth L. Summerall. Kara L. Thompson. Macy A. Foster, cum laude.
Lindsay R. Ratliff. Savannah M. Williams, magna cum laude. Jernasia S. Coleman.
Jada T. Young, magna cum laude.
Micah Williams.
Kelly L. Snap, magna cum laude.
Marilyn Leal, magna cum laude.
Hannah A. Dickerson, cum laude. Alexis K. Burdette, cum laude. McKiley M. Bowen, magna cum laude.
Shelby M. Thompson, cum laude. Sarah A. Parham, summa cum laude.
Madison J. Fowler, summa cum laude.
Alicia Graham, cum laude.
Lindsay A. Jarvis, summa cum laude.
Andrew T. Tompkins, magna cum laude. Harley L. Morrissey. Brooklyn M. Putnam. Kevin Cruz, magna cum laude.
Kinsey H. Sellers, summa cum laude.
McKenna N. Rodriguez, summa cum laude.
Danielle N. Smith, magna cum laude. Amy K. Servando, cum laude.
Elizabeth N. Lale.
Madison B. Herring, cum laude.
Daquan C. Agnew. Verdasia C. Cleckley. Kasimi E. Allen. Haley Graham. Kalaja L. Baldwin. Michaela D. Dawkins. Gerald M. Corpus. Margaret Rose Gilmore.
Savannah D. Michaels, magna cum laude. Victoria R. McAllister.
Caroline T. Plexico.
Michael Samples.
Elisa Shane Rivera. Sarah T. Lambert. Alicia S. Glenn.
DeQuasia J. Simmons, cum laude. India Nicole Woods. Danielle E. Blanding.
Tabron L. Wallace. Tabitha F. Ball. Brittany E. Atkins, magna cum laude.
Olivia D. Smith, summa cum laude. Teresa F. Rusk. Kiara L. McVeigh. Giacomo S. Shannon, cum laude.
Haley A. Adler.
Bridget N. Swalringer.
Inthara Keenacom.
Will all the candidates for degrees please rise? Chancellor, all candidates who stand before me and others who cannot be present but whose achievement is being recorded officially by the university, having completed the requirements for their respective degrees, are herewith recommended by the faculty of the university for the conferral of their degrees. Will you please confer these degrees?
Thank you, Dr. Steinke. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the deans and the interim provost and senior vice chancellor, I commend to President Pastides and the University of South Carolina Board of Trustees that you be awarded the degrees to which you are entitled. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the class of 2021. Graduates, please remain standing. Graduates, please remain standing. Graduates, you are very, very special. You have traversed some of the most difficult times that this country has ever experienced. It is a time-honored tradition in the Academy to signal earning our academic credentials by moving our tassels from right to left. Right to left. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. I know you want, it's kind of like when they told me you may now kiss your bride. I couldn't wait. You're going to have to wait. So, graduates, on the count of 3, let us celebrate your new status of graduating from USC Upstate by transitioning your tassel from left to right now. 1, 2, 3. Woo! You have now joined the ranks of more than 30,000 alumni who have come before you. At this time, you may be seated. At this time, I want to introduce Ms. Benita Hopkins, Associate Vice Chancellor for Development and Alumni Relations, who brings greetings on behalf of your Alumni Association.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. Congratulations, graduates. You are now officially USC Upstate alumni. I would like to celebrate your achievement by welcoming you to the Alumni Association. We hope you will continue your lifelong participation with your university, beginning with this celebration and continuing for years to come. We applaud you for reaching this incredible milestone. Now, as you embark upon your next phase of your life, know that it's not just you against the world. You are in the great company of a vast network of proud USC Upstate alumni worldwide. We look forward to hearing where life takes you next. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Hopkins. Graduate, this university will always be your university. Your story is now and forever intertwined with the story of this university. You are always welcome to come home. Congratulations again. I would like to take a moment to recognize 2 groups who have contributed to this morning's celebration. Members of the Spartanburg Philharmonic Quintet for their musical contributions prior to and during the ceremony, and the students who are serving as marshals. Musicians and marshals, please stand so that we can thank you. Where are my marshals at? Thanks to all of you for being here to honor our graduates. I wish you a very happy and safe holiday season. So, one more round of applause for the class of 2021. Please stand and join in singing the first verse of the University of South Carolina alma mater, the words of which are on the first page of your program. We ask that you remain in places until the recession of the platform party, the faculty, and graduates is complete. Ms. Purvis.